Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. My name is Dr. Ai-Mast2021 binti Mohamad Zaidin from Faculty of Maritime Studies, University Malaysia Terengganu, and I will be your moderator for this session. Okay, before that, I would like to welcome everyone to the third plenary session of our 7th International Conference on Advanced Intelligent Maritime Safety and Technology 2021. It's very nice to see you, all of you, once again, and we hope you have been enjoying yourself at the conference so far. For your information, this conference was organized by University Malaysia Terengganu in collaboration with Mokpo National Maritime University. And in this occasion, we are very honored to have today our special invited plenary speaker. Please welcome Dr. Rosni. Okay, are you there in the line? Okay, Dr. Associate from... Yeah, okay. Before the presentation begins, allow me to introduce our plenary speaker, Dr. Rosni Othman, PhD, is an associate professor and the dean of the Faculty of Maritime Studies, UMT. He is the director of the Malaysian Maritime Logistics and Transport Center, MALTRAC. For information, he obtained his diploma and degree at the University Putra Malaysia, Master in Maritime Management at University Malaysia Terengganu, and PhD in Maritime Management and Policy at the Newcastle University, United Kingdom. Associate Professor Mohamad Rosni is a Chartered Fellow and Council Member of the Chartered Logistics and Transport Malaysia. Besides, he also holds position as a chairman of the Chartered Logistics and Transport East Coast Region and also a member of the International Association of Maritime Economy, IAME, and last but not least, he is also the permanent technical committee for CIRIM Malaysia. And his research interest is focused on the monitoring performance and developing the innovation policy for the maritime clusters, logistics, and transport industry. Besides that, he is also served as a reviewer and editors for various journals and also proceeding. Hence, without further ado, I would like to welcome our speaker to deliver his presentation entitled Realizing Blue Economy Benefits Through the Maritime Industry. Please welcome, Prof. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ai-Mast2021, the session chairman for this evening. And first of all, I would like to congratulate the Faculty of Maritime Studies and UMT in organizing the Ai-Mast2021, and thank you for inviting me as a plenary speaker. Be honored to be here and share the knowledge regarding the blue economy and the benefit of the blue economy to our nations. So I will share the slide. Okay. Okay, when we the working definition of the blue economy underline the following concepts: a sustainable ocean economic emerged when economic activity in balance with the capacity of the ocean ecosystem to support the activity and remain resilient and healthy. The blue economy is driven by the sustainable development of ocean-based resources and innovations, bringing inclusive economic and society benefit while conserving the integrity of the natural ecosystem. Thus, realizing blue economy benefit through the maritime industry is very important. Yeah, the healthy ocean sector is essential for the high-income nation. The marine and coastal area are complex in terms of biodiversity and highly dynamic, which consists of abundant marine resources, social interaction requiring efficient economic planning as well as development. A sustainable, holistic, and informed governance structure is needed to balance conflict between marine resources use, habitat recovery, and area development. The demand for coastal and marine resources include application for military purposes, the recreation, the nature and conservation, fisheries and aquaculture, waste disposal, pollution control, shipping and navigation, mineral fossil fuel extraction, engineering work, agriculture, coastal and marine settlement, as well as for the renewable energies. Thus, we have to move to the green futures. Yeah. So in the definition of the for this my talk, I will touch about the blue economic industry, socio-economic and environmental factors, the policy and governance and regulatory frameworks, the framework for development of the sector.
Sorry, Rosni, we cannot hear you. Seems like line intermittent.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
Yeah,
now.
okay. All right, sorry for that. So when we look at the United Nations definition of sustainability, a sustainability society meets the needs of their present without sacrificing the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Yeah, it is vital to have a balanced view sustainability. Is that the profit, the people, and the planet shall be balanced. So, in terms of the planet, natural environment, the capture green factor like energy, pollution, and emissions. So for the economic vitalities, example, the profit or economic, that assesses business environment and economic health, as well as the healthy community, the people, the socials. We measure social performance, including the quality of life. So how you do sustainability is as important as what you achieve. Yeah. So when we look at this, sorry. Okay, blue economy concept. Yeah? The blue economy is comprises of the renewable energy, the fisheries resources, maritime transport, tourism, climate change, the waste management. So this is beyond fish and sheep, and also the ocean provide the wealth to the people as well as to the nations. Yeah, so there are a lot of benefit from the blue economy, especially toward the tourism as well as the maritime transportation. Yeah? When we look at the wealth from the ocean, uh, there are a lot of endowment or the wealth, yeah, given by the ocean, especially in terms of the economic and also the wealth of the peoples, and a new money, we call it, or new field in terms of the ocean energies. Yeah, and when we look the ocean energies, it can produce 0.5% estimated energy in ocean wave, could be capable of supplying the entire world energies requirement 5 times over. Yeah, not only for the ocean energies, but for the trade transportations. Yeah? More than 90% of the international trade carried out by the sea, yeah? The ship, sorry, and also the tourism, recreation. Yeah, so a lot of benefit from the ocean. So when we look Malaysian scope, Malaysian as a maritime nation, so the seaport area are backbone to the Malaysian economies and important to the trade nation like Malaysia. Maritime industry, including shipping, shipbuilding, and seaport, provide the basis for the growth and development of the marine-related activities, including the renewable energies. So when we look at this South China Sea, especially, and there are huge potential areas for renewable energy like solar, wave, wind, as well as OTEC, ocean thermal energy conversions. So this is one of the 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 factors, the factors and the enablers for the Malaysian as a maritime nation to tap these resources, especially for the oceans energy. Yeah, when we look at the potential of oceans as well as ocean energy, they give us in terms of the economic value, in terms of mineral extraction, the aquaculture and marine resources, and deep sea mineral and waters, electricity, as well as the hydrogen, and new energies for the futures. Because hydrogen will be a fast becoming the most dominant energy carried by the middle of the 21st century. Other energy carriers, including electricity, oil, natural gas, and coal, will be less significant near futures. So if you look at the market value for the hydrogen energy, the world market for hydrogen fuel is estimated to be worth more than 1 trillion equivalent. So this is where when we look at our ocean, so we can look in terms of the economy value. When we utilize or tap the energy, not only wave energies, wind energy, but also the thermal energy. And this is potential areas we can explore in terms of the attack, or we call it the thermal energy conversion, in our economic exclusive zone. So this is where, in terms of Malaysian Maritime Nation, we, with a long coastal totaling about 8,840 kilometers, is around 574,000 kilometers square of economic exclusive zone, comprising extensive continental shelf and more than 870 islands. It is blessed with a high marine biodiversity, as well as the natural resources, such as the renewable energies. So the ocean promise economic growth, birth of new industries, food security, employment, as well as ecological services in climate management. So the ocean is therefore not a new economic frontiers. Where does Malaysia stand as a player in the global ocean economy? Better than, we call it, the blue economy. So this is challenges that we face. Malaysian can no longer rely on the past strategies and approaches that have driven our economic growth. It's such a highly competitive world. No aspect of our ocean economy can underperform. We have to make sure that the competitiveness, as well as the performance of our industries in terms of the blue economy exploration. So Malaysia can no longer tolerate losses to the economy from the crime at sea, the illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing, port inefficiencies, accident at sea, pollution, habitat destruction, and human-induced erosion, as well as the COVID-19 pandemic and each other. Continuation of the status quo is not an option. Future development is anchored on the principle of high income, inclusiveness, and the sustainabilities. So the scope of the blue economies encompass all economic activities derived from the use of both living and non-living resources, as well as the ecological services of ocean, marine, and coastal ecosystem. So the thing we should do in the blue economy first is capitalize on digitalization for further blue economic for our maritime clusters, including the supply chain and transport network. Focus on the IR 4.0, the efficiency of automation collection of smart data, data analytic, and intelligence. Be customers focused in prioritization of initiative and intervention toward the blue economy, and engage with the local agencies, local communities, including cities, council cities, and development agencies, to adopt innovative infrastructure solution engagement and the public and private sectors. Last but not least, in this interaction with the global community to achieve a niche within this very lucrative blue economy. So the value, when we look at this value of the blue economy in terms of maritime clusters, there are a lot of sectors were involved in the maritime or blue economies, like marine and coastal tourism, energies, marine fisheries, marine biotechnologies, seabed mining, marine law and policy. A lot of industry or new industry will emerge from the maritime or blue economies. So in terms of the blue economy visions, the healthy and productive ocean rich in biodiversity and heritage wisely managed. Means that we have to wisely manage based on the Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 2030, based on IR 4.0, Internet of Things, that we already have the policy for IR 0.0, as well as in terms of safety and secure and economical development for the equitable benefit of all now and the futures. Means that it should be managed sustainably based on the people, planet, and also the profit. 3P, economic. We have to balance it. Yeah, that is the vision for the blue economy. So they have 9 basically sectors that contributed to the blue economy. Yeah, that include the fisheries and agriculture, coastal and maritime tourism, the extractive industry of non-living ocean resources, the marine transport, port and related services, as well as the shipping and shipbuilding, renewable ocean energy. So this one of the new element that we have to focus, or we have to explore in terms of the blue economy, the renewable ocean energies that contributed a lot of economic benefit for the new futures for our nation actually. Ocean energy are derived from the ocean wave, current, tidal movement, salinity gradient, and the heat stored in the upper layer of the deep sea in the tropical region in our areas. Yeah. So that is one of the elements. In addition, we have the marine biotechnology and bioprospective, desalination of freshwater generation, waste disposal management, and also the ocean ecosystem service and ocean health. This the last part is also very important and become a pillar for the contribution of to the blue economy. Yeah. Then we look at the ocean economy contributed 63 billion to Malaysia economy, while the ecosystem services are valued at USD is 17.7 billion. Yeah. Ocean health is a key to the blue economy. The concept involves sustainable management of the ocean for present and future generations. Healthy oceans are key, and not only for the health of our environment, but also to accelerate economic growth, create new jobs, and fight poverty. Yeah. So this is what we looking for actually. Yeah. And the topics of the policy, government, and regulatory framework is very important to manage or to govern the implementation of the blue economy in the ecosystem or the environment in terms of the new economy for Malaysia. Yeah. So we evaluate the strengths, weaknesses, gap, challenges, and priorities in mandate of the current and immediate past government at the federal, state, and district town levels on coastal and ocean governance. And for all 9 sectors that I already mentioned before, we have to identify the gap, the challenges in the current system, and benchmark again international best practices, and adopt the enabling policies and law to translate scientific study results into community-based solution to adopt a viable, robust, and yet adaptable national ocean policy for the blue economy, as we said, out cautiously to industrialize the ocean. Means that if we want to industrialize the ocean, we have to put in the sustainable manner. Yeah. So for our future generation. So what the issue actually? Yeah. Until now, in Malaysia, we don't have any national ocean policy. The management of the blue economy must be based on the sound scientific and equitable principle while preserving the ecosystem health of the coastal belt and the areas. Thus, the national ocean policy is the foundation to implement the blue ocean based on industry effectively. Is that the NOP or national ocean policy should be developed and become a vehicle to bring or to move forward toward the blue ocean or the blue economy. Yeah. And conflict in the federal state powers over jurisdiction over territorial resources and need for adaptable policy for the benefit of the coastal community and security and defense of the Malaysian Sea, especially. Yeah. So this is the issue we have to look more detailed and we have to put in our blueprint toward the blue economy. Yeah. So transformation of this blue economy, yeah, based on to become the blue economy nation. Yeah? So we can do that. Yeah, based on the successful blue economy was economic growth, trade and the investment, employment, and contribute to food security, poverty alleviation, provision of energy and fuel, water, new medicines, minerals, and enhance the maritime connectivity. Yeah, the practice of sustainable blue economy principle in the restoration and management of the ocean ecosystem will ensure the sustained services that the oceans provide in terms of the resources and their role in the climate management. The term of the climate management is very, very important for the new management style or new management strategy. Yeah. So in order for Malaysia to become high income economy with per capita annual income at least 48,000 a year, each marine-based industry must perform competitively by international standards. And for some ocean industry, example, marine captures fisheries, such a transition will require substantial change in practices, technology, investment, and as well as the mindset, not only for the fisheries industries, but for the port and terminal, as well as for the tourism, marine tourism industry. They have to change. They have to move forward in terms of the technology, in terms of the change of the mindset. Yeah. So business as usual is not enough. Yeah. Business as usual is not enough. So we have to look for the new angle in terms of exploration, explore and also exploit the ocean based on the blue economy in sustainable manner. Yeah. So what are the strategies actually? So Malaysia enjoy immense economic benefit from growing blue economy, and it is timely now to give this ocean-based industry a boost in terms of stronger support in the following aspect. The first, national coordinating institution for sustainable ocean have to develop and have to give what we call it the spirit to implement the policy in terms of blue economy. An efficient and relevant regulation and governance tool has to be in place. Overcoming data constraint, management of ocean natural asset, a new tool to know or to reveal the health of the ocean as well as the health of the industries, especially in the maritime industries. The innovative financing, investment, circular economy, and climate resilience. We have to focus on this. Stronger support for research and development, capacity building development, inclusive participation of stakeholders and local community, foresight in adaptation to change and the future studies focusing on the blue economy for the nation. Yeah. So for the conclusion, yeah, transformation toward the blue economy is strategic approach with implication for area larger than terrestrial Malaysia that currently contribute around 25% of GDP. So problem and opportunity are interconnected and must be addressed in an integrated manner. So integration must occur, yeah, across the terrestrial and marine domain. So we don't live anymore in the bottleneck or in the sectoral manner. We have to open up and we have to communicate in single window manners, yeah, for differing need of over time between sectoral law and institution and between the need for development and environmental protection. So I think with that, I'm thank you very much, and to you, Dr. Izian, for the next session, question and answers. Thank you very much.
Well done, Prof. It is an interesting and informative talk. Okay. And we also
I
like
have
to
to
thank
limit my
for
slide because I've been told 30 minutes only. Yeah, so
okay.
a lot of slide reserved for that. But I just compress the information to the audience. Hopefully, they will gain a lot of information from this slide. Yeah.
Okay, maybe next time we will
Thank you.
allocate longer time for you. Okay, Prof. Maybe I can ask you one question. Okay, as we're entering a new decade of the sustainable development, as proclaimed by the United Nations, we can see that for Malaysia being a maritime nation, we need to embrace the blue economy concept as our top agency to achieve sustainable development goals by 2030. So in contemplation of the substantial role of the blue economy that plays very important in the maritime industry, is it essential for the government to formulate the blueprint to manage blue economy development to foster a safe, secure and environmentally sound maritime transportation? What say you, Prof? Maybe you can share your powerful message on this?
That's a very powerful question, yeah, from Dr. Izian. Okay, I try to answer based on the knowledge that I gained. Okay, from if you look at the if you do a comprehensive review on the blue economy related issues, yeah, we can know the root cause, yeah, how we want to strengthen and challenges identified for the blue economies in Malaysia. For example, lack of understanding on the strength of the maritime clusters that potentially to positioning Malaysia as a resilient blue economy development in the region. So then we have to develop the resilient blue economy strategy in the maritime industry, that which include the Sustainable Development Goal 2030, the IR 4.0, and also the guide toward the development of maritime nation. So for that, we have the industry have to engage or to develop their management instrument. Yeah? For example, in terms of the research, to enhance the network and strengthen with the maritime industry player that develop the strategic alliances. For example, we can partnership with or integrate or linkages our resources with our partners in the regional comprehensive economic partnership or RCP. And also institutional framework. We have to look at the cross-sectoral approaches are needed to ensure the policy addressing the resilient blue economy development is aligned across sector and government agencies. Coordination between ministry responsible for maritime, fisheries, environment, education, economic health, trade, and social affairs is needed. Policies should be inclusive, involving the producers, organization, civil society, and the private sectors. On top of that, the research intensification is very important. Yeah, we have to do a research and development cross-sectoral approaches are needed because the ocean is quite huge. Yeah, it's complex, and we need a lot of sophisticated and high-tech technology to explore the ocean and to identify the strength of the maritime cluster based on the location, the connection, the competition, and the government and chance factors. And the very important thing regarding the challenges or to strengthen this the maritime sectors and explore the blue economy, the finance, yeah, the adequate finance for the to develop the management instrument, institutional framework, as well as the research. And thing we should do, and very important thing we should consider is to develop the maritime nation with knowledge-based economy, productivity-driven growth, and also to enhance the competitiveness. So this is one of the important enablers or important drivers toward the strengthen or to explore the maritime industry, especially in the blue economy. Dr. Izian, yeah, I think that's my answer for that question.
Okay, Prof, thank you for your powerful insight. Okay, on behalf of the committee, I would like to say thank you to you for accepting our invitation at first, and then now you have delivered your presentation, and it's very powerful. And I hope that the presentation will be beneficial to everyone who joined the session. And before we end our session, maybe we can hold a photo session to speakers as well as the participant. Welcome to take a position. Please on your camera. Please participant, maybe you can on your camera and we can have a photo session. Okay. Okay. We 1, 2, 3, smile. Freestyle. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Thank you, Prof. Okay. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our plenary speech session. Thank you for joining us. And we will have parallel session in 10 minutes. Okay. I welcome all participants to join our parallel session by entering the breakout room. Thank you again and see you again soon. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.